Welcome to our channel, the fastest and most complete update of news, analysis and attractive predictions about the movies Beyond the Gates. Here, you will be immersed in thrilling stories, unexpected developments and in-depth analysis to help you better understand the mysterious world that the movie brings. Under the dim light of the cold room, the atmosphere became more stifling than ever when Kat, with eyes full of hatred and despair, suddenly rushed at Leslie. Kat's punch seemed to want to crush everything, but the release of emotions that had been suppressed for a long time. Each punch from Kat seemed to expose each layer of disguise, each lie that Leslie had buried. Everything became chaotic. It could be a truth about a close person, a betrayed plan, or even a dark crime that had never been exposed. The tension and interweaving of feelings and hatred. But becomes an active person seeking answers to those painful mysteries, even if it means entering the dark world she once tried to escape. And Leslie, with wounds on her body and cracks in her heart, will have to face the price of revealing this dangerous secret. All around, fragments of truth and lies begin to emerge, leading to unpredictable consequences. Everyone in that circle, from friends to enemies, will have to choose which side to stand on, and no one can stay out of this dangerous game. The tension does not stop at just the two of them, but also spreads, creating a chain of events revolving around betrayal, forgiveness, and a fierce battle for power. Kat attacked Leslie not only because of personal betrayal, but also because of the pain of a terrible secret that was exposed. A secret that could change everything and make their lives never the same again. It was the beginning of a journey full of traps, darkness, and unpredictable where the next steps would lead them. Kat shattered every piece of trust in her heart, while Leslie fell into the chaos, carrying the terrible secret like a heavy rock on both of their shoulders. But not stopping at that direct confrontation, the story that followed spiraled deeper and deeper into the dark corners that had never been explored, bringing Kat and Leslie into a chaotic spiral with no way out. After that night, Kat was no longer the person everyone knew. Her eyes became cold. Not only pain but also anger that flared up every day. She begins to uncover the secret that Leslie has revealed, no matter the cost. Kat hunts down every single clue, from secret conversations, hidden letters to anonymous phone calls, all of which lead her closer to the terrifying truth hidden behind the false facade of peace. The secret is not simply a word, but a much deeper conspiracy. It involves powerful people behind the curtains of lies, dark plots that Kat never expected. The deeper she digs, the more she realizes that Leslie is not the only one carrying deadly secrets. And Kat herself is also drawn into a dangerous game beyond her control. Meanwhile, Leslie, although defeated in the encounter, is not completely defeated. She begins a silent plan for revenge, using the secret she knows to manipulate and cause division among the people around Kat. Leslie fanned the flames of suspicion, sowing confusion and distrust, leaving Kat at risk of ultimate loneliness, with no one to rely on. But Kat was not easily defeated. She sought out old friends, secret allies who had been forgotten, who were willing to face the forces that were gradually emerging from the darkness with her. The confrontations, the exposed conspiracies, and the constantly changing dangerous situations made the story thrilling and breathtaking. Not only is it a battle between Kat and Leslie, but it is also a struggle between truth and lies, between light and darkness, between life and death. Each character is caught up in that chaotic vortex, each person must choose which side to stand on, and no one can remain impartial or stand aside. As the story progresses, more horrifying secrets are gradually revealed, seemingly unacceptable truths are the foundation for the entire plot. Unexpected deaths, betrayals from loved ones, spectacular deceptions make everyone ask, who is really in control of the game? Kat and Leslie, from two opponents, gradually realize that they must coordinate with each other to deal with a greater dark force, an enemy they never thought of. The psychological and physical battle becomes intense, making it impossible for viewers to look away. Kat begins to lose faith in herself, where truth and lies intertwine, making every action have a vital meaning. Untold secrets, hidden nodes, and unfinished conspiracies create a nuanced picture of betrayal, friendship, and survival. Kat and Leslie are not only two individuals who confront each other, but also represent the never-ending battle between truth and darkness, between past and present. The story is not over. It is just beginning, with mysteries still to be discovered, dangers yet to be revealed, and fateful choices that will determine the future of everyone involved. Every step Kat and Leslie take is not only a battle with the enemy outside, but also a battle with themselves, with the deepest darkness they have tried to hide. And that is what makes this journey haunting, dramatic, and unpredictable, making people want to continue to immerse themselves in each next page. In the days after that fierce battle, Kat is no longer the innocent girl she once was. Rage and pain have turned her into an uncompromising warrior, who is willing to go through any barrier to find the truth behind the terrible secret that Leslie has exposed. But that truth is not simply a personal story, it carries deeper consequences. Conspiracies that even Kat has never imagined. The secret is one piece in a larger crime puzzle involving powerful figures behind the city's facade. The shadowy leaders have used a complex web to cover up their dark deeds, their ruthless dealings, and their unexposed affairs. Kat gradually realizes that she herself has been drawn into this web for a long time without even knowing it. The traces that Leslie leaves behind are like needles piercing Kat's heart. And at the same time, they are also the compass that guides her to follow each clue. From the cold offices of powerful corporations to the dark alleys where dark deals are signed, Kat plunges into a relentless pursuit. She constantly faces danger, from threatening stares to surprise attacks, but each time, the anger inside her burns more intensely. Leslie, though deeply hurt by Kat's beating, has no intention of giving up. She is wiser and more cunning than people think, always knowing how to dodge and use sensitive information to manipulate others. In the dark, Leslie begins to build a secret alliance, outcasts, people with dark pasts and enemies that have never been revealed. The confrontation between Kat and Leslie gradually becomes a war not only for themselves but also for the great influence on the entire underworld and the society above. Not stopping there, the story also expands to the complex connections between other characters. Those who were once friends and allies now face difficult choices, having to decide between loyalty and the truth. The conflicts, power struggles and intertwined emotions create a complex network, making every step a gamble of life and death. In this stormy journey, Kat not only has to fight against external forces but also has to overcome herself. The ghosts of the past, the wounds that have not yet healed, constantly haunt her and drag her back to the painful days. But it is also from those difficulties that Kat gradually matures, learns to turn pain into strength, turns fear into determination. More and more, Kat realizes that the truth is never simply black and white. Behind every story are hidden corners, things that cannot be said in choices that have to be paid for at great cost. Kat and Leslie, although they are sworn enemies, have only one thing in common: both are caught in the vortex of fate, unable to escape without being deeply hurt. New details keep appearing like pieces in a deadly game. A letter containing important clues is stolen, a witness suddenly disappears, a conspiracy becomes more and more obvious. Kat and Leslie are pushed into difficult situations, having to choose between survival and the truth, between loyalty and betrayal. In the end, the clash between Kat and Leslie will not only be a personal battle, but a decisive turning point for the entire situation. Can they find the ultimate truth, or will those secrets swallow everything? Can Kat keep her innocence in a world full of lies, or will she have to trade everything she once believed in? No one knows the answer yet, but one thing is for sure: this game is not over. And the next steps will decide the fate of everyone, pushing them into unpredictable turns, where each choice carries its own price. Kat and Leslie's story is still long, and the longer it continues, the more complicated, haunting and dramatic it becomes. Don't miss anything. Subscribe and follow the channel today to discover the most dramatic and fascinating stories with us.